What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more toy dolls. And we're going to go back to the compilation, The Wonderful World of the Toy Dolls. I apologize, Lucan. We're going to listen to the tune, Cheerio and Toodle Pip. It's a hilarious title, you know, it sort of speaks to like stereotypical understandings about like British linguistic culture and so on. But ultimately, it's a pretty roaring tune. It's a very fast and kind of genuine punk rock tune. I know some people were saying that like they're kind of seen more as post punk. That's fair. Like when I got them, I was thinking like, okay, so this is like comedic punk rock. But sort of listening to more groups over time, I am sympathetic to the notion that there may be somewhere between punk rock and post punk. But this tune, I would say, is more on the punk side of the spectrum. It is quite fast and it's got some grit to it. But it is, once again, like silly and very funny. So I think it fits perfectly in with what I've remembered about them. Now, fair to say, as you've seen, I don't remember this compilation quite as well as I thought I did, in the sense that a couple of the tunes were live, where I wasn't really remembering any of the tunes being live. So this one, I'm not sure. It might be live, or it might be taken from the studio recording, just like Tommy Cowie's Car was. So let's find out. This is the Toy Dolls' Cheerio and Toodle Pip, heard on the 1999 compilation, The Wonderful World of the Toy Dolls.
So you sing Cheerio,
Cheerio,
Toodle Pip,
Toodle Pip.
That's it, you got it. Here we go. Who's the pretty boy making birthday says when she's got you wearing that tie? They're looking like a poof, and you think I like enough. And she starts talking about when you stop and take a look at yourself for a while, and now it's time to say Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. This is our last goodbye now from Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. Our last farewell goodbye. See what you got at Exit Street, you decide to put your feet up. Just have a movie in your seat, then she says I am feeling hungry. If she said you're out for a bag of fish and chips, I don't know. It's time to say Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. This is our last goodbye, now from Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. Our last farewell goodbye. I saw you down at the coat show. She was shopping in that background. Many things, many weeks, it's not for you. Oh, she would never keep it up. You have got to take her once and for all. And now it's time to say Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. This is our last goodbye now from Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. This is our farewell goodbye. Now, Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. This is
Longer than I
our last
remembered.
goodbye now from Cheerio, Cheerio, Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. Our last farewell goodbye. Now,
Do you remember that?
Oh.
Again, funny right to the end.
Cheerio,
Last second I remembered.
Cheerio and Toodle Pip. Cheerio, Cheerio, 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 Toodle Pip, Toodle Pip. This is our last goodbye now from
And it's like the last goodbye, and now it's the last goodbye again. up until the end there, I was gonna say, I thought that felt like a studio recording, but then right there at the end, it makes it seem like it was a live recording. Now, obviously, you could have like clapping and people sort of hooting and hollering after the tune ends on a record, but yeah, it felt like that was maybe a genuine live performance. So, not really sure. And again, it was funny because like I remembered that rollback like right before it happened because it's like, oh, funny right to the end. Oh, is it the end? And then he does the voice. It's like, oh no, that's right, it does come back. So. Yeah, it was, as I remember, sort of fast and, you know, more on the punk rock end of the spectrum. I don't really know what the lyrics are about. Like, there's one or two lines I heard where I was like, wait, did I hear that right? So yeah, I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But the idea of like, this is our last goodbye, you know, Cheerio, Toodle Pip. I'm amused by the, again, sort of like, you know, stereotypical nature of that phrasing and, you know, jolly old England. Nevertheless, I do enjoy that one a lot, and it'll be the same thing, I imagine, as we go through the rest of this compilation, where it's like, I kind of remember a tune, then it'll start, and there'll be aspects that like, oh wait, like I wasn't even thinking about this part, so, yeah, it'll be an interesting thing, and this has happened with some other, deep dives that I'm doing, like, it's a very different band, but I'm also going through a group like Smashing Pumpkins, and as I listen to some of their 90s stuff, it's like, well, I had this CD back in the day, I should know it better than I am, and as I go through it, it's like, oh, I didn't remember that part, and I didn't remember this song even, so, yeah, it feels like that's going to be the case with this one too. Admittedly, it has been a long time. I got the CD and I sort of listened to them early 2000s and maybe once or twice over the years since then, but it had been years before, or since the last time I sort of engaged with this album, so, or this compilation, I should say. Nevertheless, let me know what you think of this one, and I will see you next time. And I apologize, Luca, but I do have to pick you up. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.